But first, a couple of holy mackerel stories in today's news. Indiana Republican Congressman Steve Booyer first beeped on our radar when he claimed that health reform was a super secret plot to harm veterans, which it wasn't, and it isn't. He also notoriously stated that smoking tobacco is just like smoking lettuce. Then we didn't hear much from Congressman Booyer for a while, and then we did again. And then some. Talking Points Memo and the Indianapolis Star began looking into Congressman Booyer's charitable Frontier Foundation, which purports to grant scholarships to people who can't otherwise afford to go to college. Despite raising almost $900,000 over the years, the Frontier Foundation has yet to award its first scholarship. So what does Congressman Booyer's Frontier Foundation do, since it doesn't actually give scholarships? Well, for one thing, it hosts fundraisers, which put the congressman in the Bahamas or Disney World or lots of other golfy locations to play lots of golf with lots of donors. The story of the anti-health reform congressman with the foundation that mainly pays his greens fees has tonight come full circle. The guy in the red shirt in this picture here is Congressman Booyer himself. The guy in the blue shirt is Ryan Booyer, who is his son. Ryan Booyer sits on the board of his dad's foundation, this Frontier Foundation. Talking Points Memo reports today that Ryan Booyer is also employed by the drug industry trade group, Pharma. Pharma has also donated more than $200,000 to Congressman Booyer's charity. On top of that, Congressman Booyer sits on the House subcommittee that regulates the drug industry, an issue that is of particular interest to that drug industry trade group that employs his son and gave $200,000 to his non-scholarship giving charity. We contacted the congressman's office in Washington today. His communications director emailed us the following statement, quote, Ryan works in a non-lobbying administrative position at Pharma. Ryan has a finance background and first started at Pharma in the finance department, which led to the administrative position. If the board of the Frontier Foundation has any information that it feels should be publicly disclosed, it is within the sole discretion of the private foundation to do so. You know, there is a way for Mr. Booyer's comments to remain in place and to his liking. He is still welcome to come on this show to explain just what the Frontier Foundation does, besides enabling many awesome corporate paid rounds of golf. And now to an extraordinary new detail tucked inside a new book by Barack Obama's presidential campaign manager. David Plouffe has a new book out about the campaign, and the initial excerpts being published to make you want to buy the book include some very new, very detailed information about how Mr. Obama chose Joe Biden to be his vice president. According to Mr. Plouffe, despite Obama's long-standing interest in Hillary Clinton as a potential running mate, in the end, it came down to 3 candidates on the final shortlist. They were Virginia Governor Tim Kaine, Delaware Senator Joe Biden, and Indiana Senator Maddow-Bayh. Governor Kaine was apparently put at the bottom of the list because of his lack of foreign policy experience. That left Senators Bayh and Biden. In terms of deciding between them, candidate Obama told his advisors, quote, I really haven't settled this yet in my own mind. It's a coin toss now between Bayh and Biden, which makes Senator Maddow-Bayh the first known American to have been a coin toss away from being a heartbeat away from the presidency.